Hi, welcome to this channel conversation and healing experience with the Council of Light. I'm Amy Sikarskie, channel for the Council, and in this episode, I am joining Laila Taylor on Instagram Live. In this session, the Council of Light brings in a message for the collective, a message for Laila, and provides a healing session. I hope you enjoy the frequencies, information, and experience. And if you would like to join us on an upcoming Instagram Live, you can follow me at Amy Sikarskie. I have additional pages, and I'll put them all below in show notes. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you're looking for additional conversations and channeled messages from the Council, you can find them here at the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast and also at spiritschoolonline.com in the Messages from the Council's offering. Welcome to the Spirit and Soul Healing Podcast, where we speak about all things related to spirituality, soul level healing, intuitive guidance, frequencies, and much more. I'm Amy Sikarskie, licensed vocational nurse, past life hypnotherapist, master intuitive energy healer, and a clairvoyant physical channel. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Spirit School Online, where we offer courses in energy therapy, free guided meditations, courses and information around learning to connect in with your spirit guides, and much more. You can find me at amysikarskie.com and offerings at spiritschoolonline.com.
So today, Amy Sikarskie is going to be channeling the Council of Light for a personalized reading for me. And we are going to share it with the world so that you guys can see exactly what a channeling from the Council of Light looks like in a reading. So I'm going to go ahead and add in Amy here.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I was just telling people what was happening today, that we are watching a channeling from the Council of Light, and that really, even though it's reading that's tapping into my energy, that a lot of times it's messages for the collective as well, that everyone kind of receive something from it. So I've always received a lot from watching other people.
Absolutely. And so well, the first time I channeled them on Instagram, as we spoke about, the whole app crashed and I lost it. So I have a second recording here because some of their messages come by in really fast and they're so important. But I did record them live for subscribers a few weeks ago and the app was stable. So we're hoping.
Guys, if it does shut down, like she said, she is going to be recording it on something else, but the energy and frequency is so high, it can mess with electronics.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So what I do is called physical vocal channeling, and it took me years to prepare my energy for this. So they have to be able to come into the body. And this is the Council of Light, which is a broad collective of high frequency star beings. They say we're not angels like humans think of Bible angels. They're from a different realm, but to me they're part of my soul family. And many of you, if you resonate with star frequencies, star seed energy, you'll probably feel that vibration. So many different races come through with this collective, and I can already feel them coming in. So what I'll do is I'll go into this space, they'll come in, and my vocal cords, they use my voice, so there will be an accent often, like there always is, depending who's speaking. And that's just the pulsation of their frequency coming through, which is kind of cool. And then they speak differently, so you'll notice that as well. But they usually start with a message, and then Laila, they'll tune in for you for what's considered like a reading. We would call it a reading, and they'll work with your energy. Yeah, so woohoo. Okay. Let me just connect in. Hi, everyone. Oh, I see so many friends. Hi, everyone. Oh, okay. All right. So one moment here. Let's fix this mic a little bit. Okay. Yes, we are here, and it is a very joyful opportunity for us to be here with you today. Greetings, friends. What a delight, what's a joy and a treasure. This is an honorable moment for us because we understand there are many here who know us in the other frequency realms, and also those who will be visiting this transmission in the near future. They will find it. So if you are here and you feel a stirring in your heart or a little bit of love in your tummy, know that your frequency is resonating with that of the Council of Light. We are here as a broad collective from the star realms, and we work with multiple dimensional frequencies of archangels we work with, your spirit guides we work with, all beings of light and elementals who are here to assist with this transmission and transition on earth. There is a lot of light coming in, you see. Many of you are here embodying these frequencies. Many of you here are channels in your own right. You do not have to go by a label or present yourself in a certain way. How are you working or being? How are you in the day? Are you providing love and respect to mankind? Are you here to support Gaia and the mission? We say if you are here talking and listening and being a part of this transmission, you are indeed. And your energy is like a generator. You are sharing and expanding a frequency. Now, to this, it may sound rainbow and butterflies, star beams, and all of the like, you see, but you are in a physical body. You are here in a density, and at times you have to discern and make conscious choices and decisions in how, where, and when you will present frequencies. When will you share a boundary? When will you open a space? When will you use discernment of your mind or your gut instincts? Are you navigating the reality of the present moment, next 5 minutes at a time, or are you tapping into the future or a higher timeline, you see? You are governing your own realities, and you are all working together to assist in a shift of consciousness. It is a shift of consciousness before anything else. Cannot be a shift in the physical makeup if the consciousness is not following it, you see. So, embodying more and more of your light codes, more and more of your frequencies through meditations, activations, and harnessing that frequency of love, compassion, truth, trust and joy, high vibrational frequencies, aspects of who you are at the highest degree. You see, you understand. But if you feel you are slipping or floating away from these frequencies, all you have to do is realign. So, dear one, how are you today? This is our main message of hope and understanding. And we would love to hear from you, and then we will offer you an energy transmission.
Okay, so is this a
For you.
for the collective or for me? Ah, okay.
Yes. So, okay. So what we will do is we are going to do a scan of your energy field and work with you. And we will also be, at the end of that experience, we will be sharing energy for the group. Now, all who are here will feel the frequencies. So just notate how it feels in your system. If it is pushing energy up and out to clear, then bravo, because you see more light is coming in. You are saying, I do not need this. I'm going to release it. It is a misnomer or a frequency of programming that you do not align with, or potentially past trauma and past experiences from this life, other lives you see, that push as an imprint or programs the system. So just let it go. Whatever thoughts or emotions may come through, and breathe, dear ones. Breathe as the system is working. Your energy system is pushing and working to realign you to your soul energy. Up the vertical power current, up the power current through your soul star chakra. So your teams are here, but you are understanding. You are the brightest shining light. Your soul is around you always and with you working. So, dear Laila, we are going to do an energy scan, you see, of your system here. Taking a moment to relax. We have the Arcturians and the Syrians, the Pleiadians working with you. Andromedan here too, yes indeed. And dear one, you do work a lot with the Archangel realm. So Michael, potentially, yes, especially he is here. Michael, Sandolphin, as you have Raguel, Metitriel, Yes, many are here, and a strong team, because you see, you work with many. Not just here are you working with your own frequency and your immediate family collective of beings, but you are working with a broad community. So you are supported in that way. We are feeling around the energy field. Here you are, you may feel little transmission comes through. We are looking at the system from your brain or your mind region down to your heart. We are increasing, there's a frequency that comes from the body to the etheric heart chakra that is in the aura. We are bringing energies here to light it up a bit. You will understand it to be very crystalline in nature, very clean, crisp, high frequency. A little bit of a tense contraction at your tummy. We're going to soften for you, share a little bit of peace and calming energy. This will help your root, sacral, and the solar plexus chakra, along with your organs and your muscles, to relax. You are envisioning around you, we are seeing it is being created not from us. We see you are creating a grid of a crystalline grid around you. It's very beautiful indeed, very high frequency, peaceful and protected. You are having a boundary here that you are, well, we would say strengthening, but also reconfiguring for the work that you are doing in your mission. Yes, not in this moment, but in the mission. Days to come, you are preparing. Yes. We are releasing an energy. We are excusing it. It is not yours. It does not belong. It's a frequency from someone else coming, talking and pushing on your heart chakra. You are saying, no, I do not want to agree. I am done with that conversation. So we are helping it to step back a bit. Pulling some cords off the back of your spine, off of your back, related to this male frequency that was bothering you. You are done with your contract. We are feeling that it began in another lifetime, but the energy was coming through around to the now moment, having you question a bit about yourself. It was you're trying to move forward and it is holding you back. So we are saying no longer, we are not needing, you do not need to have that communication. It is releasing. You will feel a little sparkle of light come to you now. Yes, your chakras are opening a bit more, holding more of a frequency, but there is a slight slowing, or not a full disconnection, but a slight slowing between your solar plexus and your heart space. We are going to just help to expand that channel. Looking so beautiful. Yes, okay, then you can take a deep breath in. Be here in the body. Very important, as you know. As you are feeling the frequencies and coming back into the body, we are going to share a frequency transmission with all who would like to receive. All whom are here and would like to receive, if you uncross your legs and place your palms up, you will feel a bit more, or palms out. You will be in a receiving space, a receiving pose, you call it. Let the energy come if you so desire. And Laila, dear one, as we are working here with the community, do you have any questions for us about your experience?
Yeah. The thought of either soul purpose or uh, possibly where my soul frequency is coming from, the point of light I'm bringing in this life.
We are smiling. It is like you are almost an anomaly. You are very special. So you are working with multiple frequency realms and dimensional aspects of who you are and where you have been, all that you embody at a soul level. Every experience you acquire a new flavor or frequency, wisdom, beauty, grace, gifts, and skills, you see. You will not be stuck or set with one frequency for your whole mission or your whole life. You are weaving through, and you will go here and then you will go there. Currently, at the present, as we already mentioned, many of the frequencies working with you. A strong one that stands out, they are all there. The ones we mentioned, but the Syrians are very strong right now. As they are working with you, and the Palladians, they are working with you, it is because it is an aspect of your mission and who you are working with, indeed, that they are here for you. They have different flavors or vibrations, different pulsations of light that can bring in messages through the beat, the pulsation, the coding, that the system of the human that you are working with, the frequency of energy and the physical body, potentially tiny aspects of DNA, can receive in a really streamlined way. So you are working with these teams. You have not forgotten. At times you feel you have forgotten who you are or where you are from, but you are a bright shining light from a very high frequency. We say you work at the 22nd dimension often when you are not in the body. That should help you understand. Do you recall who is there with you? Often, many ascended masters are vibrating or being in the 22nd dimension. So you are coming from a space. There is no labeling to say only or solely these words of the human, that it is star or heaven or angel. It is a space protected by the light of source. It is a space that is an aspect of source energy that is very peaceful. There is wisdom that does not need to be transmitted with words. It is felt, and there is a knowingness of the mission at hand, where you want to go, when you want to go, and how you want to show up. You will show up in the ways that are supportive for the community. You will have a different understanding about your own self within your conversations, and you will say, here, let us put it simply. You will say, today I feel I am the color purple with gold, but the community is vibrating in green and blue. But that is okay. You pull in these frequencies and share it. We are talking about frequencies and we are bringing it as a color, but you understand. You are here for a grand mission. So we're letting the light continue to flow to all. Taking a breath in. Relax your body. Very good. Any following questions, dear one?
Yeah, is there any blocks energetically other than the ones that you cleared off of me in regards to maybe karmic or past life that could be brought up, that need to be brought up?
We will go there. Yep, one moment. There are. We're looking, we see it. Let's just get to info. This is releasing. It is out in your aura and it is connected to your crown and your brow chakra, having you question your authority, your sovereignty, your autonomy, having you question your own strength to soul, your own allowance to God. Was another lifetime tried to beat you down and disconnect you, tell you were not allowed, you were not worthy of that, which is man-made malfeasance. It is not appropriate. We are going to assist you by bringing some of your own light to this space to remind you of your own connection. Help you release that feeling. It was a struggle because you knew it was not true, but was consistently pushed upon you in the other lifetime. You might have felt it a bit in this lifetime when you questioned yourself, questioned your worthiness, questioned your gifts and skills. If you questioned yourself to say, what am I doing? Is this appropriate? It is. You are already knowing your mission, so we are releasing that vibration, bringing more of your light in. One moment. We are laughing because you need to continue. You are tuning in with the dragon energy, little bits here and there. Their fire is coming in now. Continue just to be open to working as need be with the fire. But we are working here. We are seeing it release. And fixing what has been imprinted on your heart, pulling it out. Your solar plexus, and just a tiny bit above it. Working with some light language here, not vocally, but we are. And you're down to your sacral a bit, front and back of the chakra. You may feel a release now or in a few moments of your time that wants to come up out of your belly and just release out your voice, so your mouth or your heart, your throat, this area. So you will just let it come like a sigh if you prefer, a yawn. Yeah, yes, we are hearing. All systems are a go. You are good now, dear one. How are you feeling?
Feeling better. I could feel the pressure at the very end, and then I did feel that yawn.
So good, you are so welcome. Notice that these maneuverings, realigning and reassembling of energy is in a frequency higher out. So it might take a few days for you to feel the full effects, but your subtle body is already sensing the shiftings here. So take a breath in, pull more of your light into the body. connected with the earth. You are on a grand mission and doing a beautiful job, a very fine job indeed. We're going to thank you for bringing us through on your platform. We are going to thank all who are here, because all who are here, you are all like a family coming together for a grand purpose and a mission. Many of you are just meeting. Many of you have known each other for many lifetimes, to lifetime to lifetime, and spaces beyond this reality. But you all have a common cause, a feeling in your heart and your purpose to bring light to the earth, to heal yourself, your family, community, and the collective at large. We are going to prepare now to leave the physical body. Yes, thank you, dear one. One moment, please, while we separate and our partner comes back to speak with you. One moment, please. Hi. How are you?
Good. I know that you usually do that because it's just like the intensity of.
Yeah, the light's really bright. So I think because my physical eyes have to get adjusted. And also, when we use our clairvoyant, our third eye, we're so sensitive to light as well. So I'm like sitting in front of a window. So I always do that just to kind of gradually open my eyes.
So it was so amazing. I could feel all of the energy. I'm usually a talkative person, but there was times where I was like, I couldn't get words out. I was just feeling the energy. So I'm interested to know if people who are on here as well, if you felt the energy, you can like give a thumbs up or say yes if you felt some energy as well coming through. But it was so beautiful, of an experience to move through. Like, and so while you're doing that, are you as well seeing?
Yeah, for the most part, I can see it. Um, I kind of just come right here, like I don't leave. So, and we have this strong agreement or connection, like they want to really protect my body, and I trust them so much. We've worked together. I started to meet my guides that were star guides, I feel like around 2015. And then they introduced me to the council and they were like, hey, you have this option if you want to work with them. And later on, it was like, I've known them for many, many lives. So I don't leave, but I just let them come in and speak. And it is nice because I get to see what they're like, I get to visually see what they're trying to describe to you. Yeah, so I'm there. It's fun.
Oh, it was so amazing. Yeah, and it seems like some other people are saying that they were feeling the energy, and had goosebumps and could feel it. So, with how you work with the Council of Light, when you're dealing with um, like, how you do your retreats or you do private sessions, like, is this how they come through?
Yeah, I have on my website, which is amysikarskie.com. You can book a conversation with the Council of Light and you can speak to them. Often they do readings, but if you would like energy work like we did today, a little of each, that's available too under the same booking. At the retreat spaces, they usually come in just like this and do a message, a transmission for the group. And then I always have somebody like assisting that will take questions, just streamline them. So pick on somebody or they already have the questions. And so then they just, questions from the group are asked. And usually it's like for the collective kind of a thing. But sometimes people have a personal question. And if that needs to come through, it does. And they'll address it. So yeah, it's really fun.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah. And I'm just looking through some of these comments. I had my palms up. Trying to put my palms in and together. Oh, April Me 33 said that she was trying to put her hands in a different position, but they kept feeling like they needed to come up. And so, can you say why we have our hands up sometimes?
If you're in a receiving position, it just helps you. Like if you cross and all of that, then it's blocking the energy. So if you're not feeling like, if you're apprehensive about, whoa, what is this first time with energy like this or channeling, then that's your choice and maybe you would do that. But if you wanted to fully receive, then at the same time, just like when we work with inner dance or energy work, anything, the body sometimes wants to and needs to move, to realign, to let the pathways open and stuff push out. Sometimes they'll come in with these transmissions of codes that I feel like are kind of upgrades or signals. So maybe you need to have your shoulders back just to open that space for the energy to come into the heart chakra or wherever. I did notice, like at one point when they were working with you, they were doing like a mudra, and I could feel it, and the energy had shifted into a different, like really streamlined frequency, and it was like they were holding it while they were working. So you do have like the mudras and stuff that help govern energy. Yeah.
Yeah. What are good questions to ask? And I would imagine this would be for yourself in the council.
Like, what would be some good questions to ask them? So, a lot of times they just start talking. And that's how I work also when I'm eyes open, Amy's voice, bring in messages. And a lot of times they just start talking and they'll kind of let you know what your team wants you to know. And it's always what we always have questions in the back of our mind, or what we're experiencing right now. We can feel some shift or something going on. So essentially they'll start with a message, and then if you have questions about the message where you want more detailed answers, or if it sparks you to like, oh, I have another question off of that, that's kind of how we flow. We just flow in the moment. But if you have something pressing on your heart or mind, you'll just write it down. Some of the common questions are, where am I from? Life mission and goal. Am I going to move? Tell me about this relationship. What is my purpose right now? I also get karma and contract questions. So some of the things that are more, I don't get questions that are superficial. When people work with the Council of Light, it's like, what do I need to do at a soul level or to really help me succeed? And if it feels like somewhat superficial, like, an issue with a friend, or maybe need to switch your job, essentially in the grand scheme of it, it's not superficial because it's holding you back. So there's that kind of aspect to it. And sometimes they will do a health, not often, but sometimes they will talk about the physical body and health. And I personally have to just put that disclaimer out there because I am a nurse. Like, I cannot subscribe or prescribe, things, but sometimes they will give more holistic approaches, herbs and supplements and stuff to take. So, and often they leave you, like even in my sessions, we leave you with exercises and tips and techniques to empower you. This is what's going on, and this is what we're doing today to assist, and this is how you can continue in your own work. So, yeah.
Perfect. I love that. And then let's see. The last one. Let's see. How about, why do you turn around your Vogel crystal when you are channeling?
Honestly, I put it the flat side on my body because it's more comfortable. The way that it works is, one way it pushes the energy out to like amplify your aura. That's what it does. These crystals have a male and a female. So the Vogel Star of David boosts your auric field. So one way the energy goes out and strengthens the aura, where the energy starts like within and then it goes. The other way, you're pulling energy in. So this way just feels more comfortable to me. And if I recall correctly, I think it's pulling energy in, but I can't tell a difference because I set my space anyways. Yeah, but it does help with channeling because I can just feel a difference in the like the energy. There's a lot more of it there, and that creates that pure boundary, and it filters out any. I don't have anything, but sometimes, like if you go to a space that's not clean, you're gonna feel other astral energies trying to get in. And so your strong aura is what protects you. and it just helps with clear channeling.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that. Is there anything that you feel like you want to share about channeling or the Council of Light or anything like that before we wrap up, or about the retreat?
Yeah, this morning, they were just reminding me of a few like things I got years ago, comments from people with channeling. And number one, like if you're called to channel, know that you can. There are multiple forms of channeling. I have written the book, The Ultimate Guide to Channeling, and that walks you through. So it's your birthright. You, like they mentioned to you, Layla, there was a disconnect in a past life that was telling you like you cannot talk to God. You had to go through somebody else to talk to God, right? Like that's BS. That's not cool. That's not even truth. So you have the divine right and ability to connect to source and your soul. And if you feel like something's off or misaligned, look at it. Like maybe there was a past life programming, maybe a chakra's out of alignment. So we all have that ability and gift. And it's just like any gift, we cultivate it, we work with it. And so depending on what level and way you want to go, like what I just shared is physical vocal channeling, and it's the most advanced. I think the next, like the only one up from that would be if I don't remember anything at all and I completely leave the room. But I don't do that. Like, first of all, I love my team. I like to be here. I think it's fun. And the love, like, why would I want to step out? Why would I want to leave? But yeah, so anybody can channel. I just want to share that. Like, I got all kinds of wild thoughts put at me years ago. Like, first, like, they said I was Caucasian, so I can't channel. I'm like, what in the world? Like, just the weirdest stuff. I have green eyes, so I can't channel. I was like, who's putting this information out there, right? Like, this is just a costume. Like, this is just my body. So, number one, you can channel. Be very discerning with the energies. Like, you should feel comfortable. Know your own energy so you know who you're working with, right? And you don't give over. This is yours. We're here to take care of our body. We own our body. No other being or entity does. And so, like, gradually, it's a whole thing. I think I started with Reiki in 2001. And in that process, started working with energy, learning what is mine and what is not, strengthening my channel in the body, my chakras. So then when I started doing readings, it was very easy. My clear gifts just came through because my chakras were so clear from the energy work I've been doing. And then when it was like, oh, physical vocal channeling, I mean, it only took me like 3 tries, and then they started just really speaking pretty proficiently. And you can go to spiritschoolonline.com. There's a offering on there. It's free. Messages from the Council of Light, and you can see, like, I documented everything because I was fascinated. When they first spoke, the voice was a little bit different. I'm just trying to get to work with the body. So I don't know. I guess I just want to say it's a beautiful partnership, and the benefit to it is when they come through like that, I feel it's like multifaceted. There's more dimensionality to it, you know?
Yeah, more happening than just the actual statement and response. And I think that's what's so different from like just getting like an intuitive or a psychic reading, which you still work within those energies, but it's different because I could feel so much happening that listening to it, I couldn't really even hear as much as I was just like, okay, what am I feeling in this moment? And so it was very multidimensional, and a lot of it feels like as time goes on, awareness will move. And so that's the difference between just you telling me something versus me feeling it and integrating it. Cool. And I love that other people were able to experience it as well. And so I also have the book that you did, The Ultimate Guide to Channeling. It's an amazing book, and it goes over so much information that you wouldn't think is in there, but very helpful, very clear, like easy to follow information. So yeah, that's
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's in English and Italian, and it's coming out in September on Audible. So I'm super excited for that. We had a lot of requests, and I was talking to my publisher. I'm like, Audible's the way, because I have another book, Activating the Star Seed, and the Audible version. Like, everybody's just loving that. I'm the same way. I like to listen to something while I'm working or driving, like working in the kitchen. But I have it right here. This is what the Ultimate Guide to Channeling looks like. This one right here.
Look at that. That could be like oracle cards. Like that's the imagery that you could put into
Yeah,
like.
and it was so nice working with this because I was able to share with the artist like my vision. So it's all of these images are specifically for the book.
Oh, so beautiful. Well, how can people find out more information about either like doing an in-person channeling session with the group activity in May or how to contact you?
Yeah, so it's amysikarskie.com. Everything's there. From there, you can link over to the school if you want to check out Council of Light, or the podcast is on there. I have channel messages from the council on the podcast as well, which is the Spirit and Soul Healing podcast. The retreat is on there. We have 3 spots available, I think. So, and it's a smaller group of women. That's just like we want it to be. We have a limit, but there are a couple of spots available May 1st to 4th, and it will be just north of Houston, Texas. Yeah, so sessions are through my website. I have the book, but I also have a class on channeling at spiritschoolonline.com. And they just have really beautiful messages. And sometimes, like, we're only human and we're in this reality, so we have highs and lows. And sometimes, if I feel like, oh, what kind of energy did I step into today? I will love a clearing, or I just want to feel encouragement. Like, I myself will listen back to the channel messages and I can feel that shift come through. So, if you're having an off day or want extra support, like, that's why the messages are there for everyone.
Yes, yes. I like going back and re-listening to sessions like that as well. Even when you do sessions for people, you record them as well. And then I've gone back and listened to sessions I've had with you, and I receive something new each time, or it's like something unlocks that didn't unlock back then consciously. So yeah, re-listening to energy healings or transmissions, like you always receive something new each time. So feel free to feedback. Can't wait to experience the treat. Yay! Okay, well, Amy, thanks for jumping on. I was so excited to meet the Council of Light in this way because I've experienced them in different ways, but this was a really unique experience, and I'm glad technology worked.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on, and thank you, everybody. And yeah, Layla, I'm looking forward to seeing you in May.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll be at the retreat, so anyone who joins, we can meet there as well.
Bye.
See ya, Amy. Have a good day.
And thank you, everybody, for joining me here at this special Instagram Live with Layla. And if you're listening on the podcast, I'll see you all again for the next episode. I'm also hoping to put this on YouTube. All right, have a beautiful, beautiful day.